Doug case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Doug, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Judge. Well, I'm bringing Tim to court today because he's not taking care of his children, his responsibility, and I need help. So I'm requesting for child support.
All right, when you say he's not taking care of his responsibility, what do you mean by that? Financially? Is he not picking them up? Because you know, that can mean a lot of things.
Exactly. So he's not picking them up. I'm having to pay someone to go pick the kids up from daycare.
Okay. You're paying them, you said?
I'm paying out of pocket.
How much are you paying?
Approximately $200 a week.
A week?
Yes.
Okay.
There's 3 different schools that they have to go to pick up the kids, daycare and after school care, and he's not contributing.
Okay.
I also carry the kids on medical.
All right. How much is that?
Medical is $250 a month.
Is that for, how many children do you all have?
3.
3? Okay, and that's for all 3 children?
That's for all 3 children.
Okay. All right. And I'm assuming you know that Tim has money somewhere. You know he can pay for it?
Oh, Judge, he has money.
Okay.
Yes, he has money. He's in the club every weekend throwing, I have receipts.
Okay, what kind of receipts do you have?
Screenshots from Facebook, Instagram. I mean, I'm blocked, but I have family members that follow him.
Just telling all your business.
First off, that's cap.
What? Excuse me?
I'm sorry. But I'm just saying.
No, what did you say?
That's
a cap.
That's cap, yeah.
She doesn't have on the cap.
Cap means that's a line. She's lying.
Oh, okay, this that new age stuff.
That's the new age.
How you spell that?
C-A-P.
C-A-P,
Exactly
like
how
a
it
regular cap.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, I learned something new.
So is
All
it
right.
fake money that you're throwing to him?
No, it's fake what you talking about.
Oh, okay. Well,
we'll get to Tim. Tim, we'll get to you in just a minute so I can hear about all this capping that she's over here doing, okay?
Let me step back.
Okay. All right. Now, I mean, he said it's cap. He said you are not telling the truth. Is that true?
He's being untruthful.
Okay. Is that a screenshot you have right there?
Yes,
Looks
ma'am.
like, okay.
It's a screenshot, several screenshots of him in the club. The strip club, might I add.
Okay.
Throwing money on the stages.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes, stacks, chains, everything, Judge.
So give me the backstory of this relationship. Like, you all just did not wake up one day and decided that you can't get along, and you're saying he doesn't financially support the kids. How did we get here?
Well, Judge, I should have known better.
What do you mean?
I met Tim at the club.
Oh, okay. So the same club that he's throwing
correct.
the money at, you were there too?
I was at the, yes.
Was he throwing the money at you?
No, I was just there as a patron. Yes. And
Mr. Tim.
You know I spent about $2,000 on her that night.
Okay, well, we'll get to you in just a minute so we can hear about
seriously, Tim,
this throwing of money.
Well,
Miss Doug, pay attention to me.
Well, Judge,
now you were in the club as a patron.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
say as a patron.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And he was appealing to me. He had, he was suave. So he approached me, and we exchanged numbers.
Okay.
And then the next day we went out for breakfast, and from there we just were inseparable until he started back clubbing. I guess the kids became too much for him.
Oh, okay. So in between that time, you all had the 3 kids.
Correct.
Got you. Okay.
So we've been on again, off again, more off than on, and I need help with these kids now. They're growing.
How long have you all been off?
Right now, it's been about 2 years.
2 years, all right.
2 years too long.
Who do the children live with?
They live with me.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Because we don't know where Mr. Tim lives, so.
Okay, well, we're going to get that from him in just a moment. All right, is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to Mr. Tim?
Not at this moment, Judge.
Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Tim, give me your last name, because I don't just want to call you, by your first name, unless you prefer me to call you Mr. Tim.
No, it don't matter. Hall.
Hall? Okay, Mr. Hall. Now, you said she was capping. Let's talk about that.
Big cap.
So is she capping about you all's relationship, you all meeting in the club? She said she was a patron, but you said you spent like $2,000 on her. I mean,
No, what part she's capping about is me not taking care of the kids.
okay.
I'm a firm believer. I take care of mine.
All right. Now, define what you mean by taking care of your children, because she just said that she's paying someone $200 a week to transport your kids and pick them up and take them to daycare in different schools. So is that true? Like, are you not helping with that?
No, I help with that too.
All right.
That's cap as well. You know what I'm saying?
How
Like,
do you,
How do I contribute?
yeah, how do you do that?
I give you about like, how much I give you a month? I give you like, what?
If you gave it to me, you would know.
Oh,
So you should know.
that's
I
a
gave it to
good
you.
point.
If you gave it to me, you should know.
I gave you, what, 10K?
That's a good point, Mr. Hall.
I gave her 10K, right?
10K as in 10,000?
10K and 10,000.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
All right. Hold on one second. Miss Doug, did he give you $10,000?
That would be a lie.
Okay.
A whole lie.
That's cap.
So-
How is that cap? I got the statements. I got the receipts.
All right. What kind of statements and receipts did you bring with you today?
I don't got it on me, but you know what I'm saying? But
You knew you
My-
were coming to court for child support, right?
correct.
All right.
He thought his looks was gonna help, Judge.
But who is he trying to appeal to?
I guess you.
I'm not interested, Mr. Hall. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're not a bad-looking guy,
I
okay?
appreciate that. Thank you.
But I'm not interested. We're not here for that.
Sure.
I just want to know what these numbers look like.
Well, okay, so the numbers is I gave her 10K a month,
All right.
right? For the
I have that.
For the child support,
10K a month
10K a month.
for how many months?
For how many months?
Yeah,
Probably about like 7, 8.
7, 8 months.
Who's counting? You know what I'm saying?
Me, I'm counting.
Of course.
You ain't gave
But-
10K in 9 years.
I'm talking though, baby. I'm talking. So,
Did you call her baby?
yeah, you know, she got my heart. She had my kids, so like she always got my heart.
So why don't y'all just get back together?
Nah,
I'm a pass.
Oh,
it's
okay.
been there, done that. Ain't
That's
gonna
a
go back. Yeah.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
So, Mr. Hall, you said you gave her this money. She's saying no, you don't have any receipts or anything to confirm it.
It's not looking real good, is it?
It's not. What do you do for a living?
I'm a rapper.
You're a rapper? Okay. And how much money do you make?
I make about like 200,000, but it's like that's whenever taxes and everything is deducted. She on my neck about payments and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I get about at least 30,000. You know what I'm saying, to myself that I can use for myself and what I want to do. So you
Which is
basically-
throwing it in the club.
Which is throwing it in the club, of course.
Mr.
You know what
Hall,
I'm saying? So
Mr.
she's
Hall,
taking all my money.
Mr. Hall.
Yes, ma'am.
I may look young, but I wasn't born yesterday, okay?
Okay.
Do not come in here and waste my time.
I ain't wasting your time.
You and I both know that I have heard that song and dance over and over again, where people come in here and say they make all of this money, but the moment they realize they're more than likely, or if there's a possibility they could be placed on child support, they try to diminish it and say, oh, I don't make this much, but it really is that much. You follow me?
I'm following you, but here's the thing.
The
though.
math ain't mathing.
Here's
It's
the
not.
thing though. She takes a chunk out of my money. Then you gotta understand too. I got a rap career.
All
So
right.
I'll put a lot into that. So that way I can feed mine. Don't do that. Don't do that. We trying to put on a good show for these people.
Well, no, you don't. That's the thing. You don't have to put on a show for anybody. I don't need you capping right now, okay? That's what you said, right?
Right.
That's what you said she was doing. So I don't need you to do that to me. I need you to be honest with me, because you paying child support is going to be based on the evidence that I hear. And as of right now, you haven't said anything or provided me with anything that would totally go against what she just said. You said you're giving her all of this money, $10,000 for 7 to 8 months. That's between $70,000 and $80,000
Which is
roughly,
a lot,
right?
right? That's a lot.
It would be enough. However, testimonial evidence is evidence, and she's saying she didn't receive it. You're not showing anything that would suggest you gave it to her. So
it's giving cap right now.
It's
that's
gi-
what
it's-
you said.
It's giving lies.
It's giving lies.
Yeah.
What is given is insufficient evidence. That's what it's given, okay? So, I mean, without anything showing that you've actually given her this money, I can only go off of your word. And you said you made $200,000
Made
a year.
Yeah,
So is that true or is that not true?
that's true.
Okay.
So like, rapping, that's where it goes to. That's where the majority of it goes to, for sure.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
So is it possible that 200,000 is your bottom line and you actually make more?
Nah,
Because you just agreed with her when she was talking about throwing money in the club.
I make less.
All right. Well, I tell you what, when you bring something in here that suggests that you make less, as well as suggest that you've given her $70,000, $80,000, then we will consider it at that point. But today I can only go off of the evidence that I heard. You don't have any type of 1099s or anything to show that you're paying other people, any expenses, anything like that.
This my expense right here.
Okay, Mr. Hall, you came here to waste my time.
I work, Mr. Hall. You know I work.
Yeah, I know you work for sure.
And you know, I don't like to steal people's phrases, but according to what Ms. Doug said, and I'd have to agree with her, the math ain't mathing. It's really not. Because if you're spending that type of money on kids, you're gonna bring that to court. That's the first thing you're gonna want me to see, right?
Right.
Okay, all right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to base your child support off of that $200,000 a year per your testimony. So under Texas law, it's capped, okay? So I can't place you on child support based on $200,000 a year per se, because your child support will be a lot. So it will be capped, which will make your net resources $9,896.72. You said there are 3 children. Do you have any other children outside of those 3?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I'm going to move right along. All right. So health insurance, she says that she pays $250 a month for all 3 children. Do you have access to health insurance that will be cheaper than that?
Yeah,
Or can you get health insurance on the children? Because if not, you're going to reimburse her that $250.
So run this to me, Judge. How much am I looking to be paying per month?
Right now, without any reimbursement of health insurance or any credit for health insurance that you could possibly get that's cheaper than $250, you're looking at make sure I got this right, $2,969 a month.
Got to be month.
But that's a break, because you said you give me 10,000. So that's a whole break.
You know.
Ain't
Yeah.
no name used to
You shouldn't be
already.
bothered.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be bothered.
So, Mr. Hall,
Should've found you in the club.
excuse me. I know you're still soft on her, but I'm talking to you right now, all right? So, did you have access to health insurance that would be cheaper than $250 a month?
Yeah, I can get some.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. It doesn't change your child support amount really at all. So what we will do, instead of you paying her $250 a month for reimbursement, I'll give you credit of $100.
Oh, okay.
But you have to enroll the children in health insurance within the next 30 days. If you don't do it within the next 30 days and she comes back, you'll be paying her the $250 reimbursement.
We'll be back, Judge.
No,
Okay.
we ain't
We'll
gonna
be
do
back.
that.
Well, that has nothing to do with me. All right. So your
have
child
my
support amount will remain at the $2,969. You know, of course, like I said, that's depending on you getting the health insurance. If not, that number will.
What a courtroom session. From probation violations and failed second chances to competency evaluations and stern judicial warnings, one theme echoed through every case: accountability. The judge made it clear that words alone aren't enough. Courts look for actions, effort, and a genuine commitment to change. Some defendants were given opportunities. Others face hard consequences. But each case served as a reminder that every decision carries weight. The real question is, when life offers a second chance, what do you do with it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more courtroom breakdowns and legal analysis.
Go up.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, we probably gonna see you again.
Okay. You're gonna see me again because you're gonna do what I'm suggesting, right?
That's kept.
Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Hall, is there anything else? Mr. Hall, is there
She's talking to
anything
you.
further?
No, man.
Okay. Ms. Doug, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, if there's nothing further.